Okay, ladies, so today I have a topic for you that I feel like I should have discussed by now, but I have not. Okay, today I want to talk about how to curate your style, how to curate your taste as a feminine woman. Right, ladies? Because we don't want to be one of the girls who just follows the biggest influencer and all the little tips of the internet and all this stuff, because that will have all of us looking the same. No, I want to go over how in real life you are that woman that people see across the street and be like, you know what? She knows something. She's got taste. She's visiting somewhere. I need to figure out what she does because that lady has style. That lady has taste. Right, ladies? And you don't get that by just following these influencer tips. Okay? So I want to get into how to curate a very real, organic, luxury taste, ladies, so that in real life, you're the influencer. In real life, your tips, your experiences, your taste rub off on anyone who comes in contact with you. And you'll know it's rubbing off because anyone who hangs with you will instantly start to elevate. Okay, ladies, so let's get into how to curate your taste. Okay, ladies, so the first thing that you need to be doing is deciding who you want to be. Right, ladies? Not just what you want to wear, not just what you want your house to look like. I need you to decide what your feminine flavor is, right? Are you the lady who has the big personality, big open personality? Everyone who you come in contact with just receives this big, beautiful welcoming from you. You wear these big pops of color, huge personality, big influence? Or are you the woman who kind of is like quiet luxury, right, ladies? You can tell her lifestyle is tea. You can tell there's some funds coming in from somewhere, right? But people don't quite know what it is about you that you have going on. They don't know where things are coming from, right? There's this mysteriousness to you. What kind of feminine woman do you want to be? Right, ladies? You have to ask yourself that. You have to figure out what that is, and don't just pick one because it sounds good. I need you to really look at yourself. Look at how you already operate. And if you are someone who is kind of an open book and you're very big personality, you don't need to be trying to be quiet and mysterious because that's not you. Right, ladies? So I need you to actually identify yourself and what kind of woman you truly want to be and can be. What resonates with you. Okay, ladies, that's the first part of this process. The second thing that you want to do is start to study the things that already catch your eye. Right, ladies? Because we want this to be authentic. We want this to be our true taste. Okay, so we're not going to start this process by going based off of what other people are interested in. We're going to study what catches our eye, what outfits catch our eye. Right, ladies? When you think about when you walk into a restaurant, what style of restaurant really speaks to you? Right, ladies? When you are going out for an outing, what kind of outings, okay, really speak to you? Is it going to an artist showcase? Is it going to an art gallery? Is it really this kind of underground scene? Or is it more so when you go out, you want to go to somewhere that is very high end, very upscale, very in the open, very mainstream? What is it that you like already? What catches your eye? What does it for you? And what I want you to do is kind of create yourself either a file on your phone or maybe even a Pinterest board. And I just want you to save it as something like style archives or taste archives. And I want you to just start pinning all of those things that speak to you truly. Not things that are pretty, but things that when you look at them, you're like, no, in real life, this is me. In real life, this fits me. In real life, I would do this. Okay, ladies? So don't just pin the pretty things. Don't just save pretty things. Save things that you in real life would say, I'm doing that. You in real life would say, I'm wearing that. You in real life would say, I will go there. Start pinning those things, because what you're going to notice is as you do that, patterns are going to start to show up. Certain colors are going to start to show up. Certain textures, certain aesthetics, okay, are going to start to show up. That's going to help you to learn what you should be gravitating towards, because that's what naturally catches your eye. We want to curate a taste that is naturally yours. We don't want to just curate good taste in general. We want to curate your good taste. Right, ladies? So go ahead and start that style archive or that taste archive, and start to curate those things. Start to throw those ideas in there. The next thing I want you to do is start to expose yourself to these things often. Okay? Because your taste really starts to develop once you start exposing yourself to it. Taste is developed in exposure. Okay? So you can't just pin it and save it and look at it on your phone. You have to start to put yourself in the spaces where this beauty and this luxury and these ideas and these designs exist. You got to be there. Right, ladies? You have to go to the museum. You have to go to the lounges, go to the high-end shops, go to the boutiques, start going to the restaurants, okay? Even if you're not there to spend just yet, start to exist in these spaces. Okay, ladies? And I say that because once you start to exist in these spaces, you're going to start to realize why you resonate with them. Why did I pin all these restaurants that look like this? Well, when you go and visit this restaurant, you're going to start to see that, oh, now that I'm in here, these colors feel calming to me, and I like being in spaces like this. Oh, the women here, they actually exhibit the style that I want to have. That's why I'm drawn to this, right? I personally love resorts. I love resorts because when I see women in resorts, I typically see a very naturally beautiful woman with really high-end resort wear, the few kind of brand names, a few luxury items, but she's very low key. She's very laid back, and I like that. Okay, so I'm drawn to those areas because of that. Right, ladies? So I want you to start taking mental notes as you're in these spaces of why you're being drawn to them. What about it is speaking to you? Do the people in those spaces exhibit the style that you want to have? Take notes from those people. Take notes of if you're like, hey, man, what's this fragrance? Ma'am, what are you wearing? Start to get some ideas of what it is like to exist there. Okay, ladies, and number 4, as you're exposing yourself to all these new environments, right? I want you to start to develop personal standards, okay? Start to decide what you do and what you don't want in your own little feminine world you're creating, okay? In this taste that you're creating, okay? What colors do you want to be seen in? What colors make you feel beautiful and feminine, and what colors are an absolute no-go, right? What fabric and textures, okay, do you want to wear that make you feel luxurious? Which ones feel cheap and feel like I will never ever put that on my skin? Right, ladies? Start to develop those things. What environments drain you versus the ones that inspire you? Okay, start to develop that standard. Right, get clear on the things that, oh, I will never buy that, versus the things that, oh, absolutely, every time I see it, I will buy it. Right, ladies? Get clear on the things that are not you, and get even clearer on the things that are you. So you start to really define what's your taste. What's your taste? I will never get this nail polish color because it's not me, right? It's your taste to develop. Start to put those standards in place, because that's where you define your style. That's where you define your taste, right, ladies? So as you're visiting these places, start to put those standards in place, like, absolutely not. This is a no for me. This is a yes for me, okay? And start to take note of those. Number 5, as you're developing your standards, you're going to start to notice your taste is going to get really distinct. Okay, it's going to be yours. It's going to be very distinct. It's going to start to be very individual to you. It's going to be very specific to you. Once you start doing that, I want you to start to try to find inspiration that speaks to this very distinct taste. Okay, ladies? And here's the thing. You're not going to just be following like influencers and the influencer who's selling you whatever product they're being paid to sell you. No, 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 no. You want to start to learn from other tastemakers. Right, ladies? Not the ladies with the biggest following. You got to get in the nooks and crannies of social media and the nooks and crannies of like your city and start to find those people who are in the know. Those people who, when you talk fashion, they know brands down. They know high, low. They know how to mix. They have an artistic eye for it. You need to start to follow those people, okay? Not the girls that's just going to give you Shein hauls and Temu hauls. No, 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 no. We want to start following the people who really have taste, who really have the eye. And usually these people are creatives. When you go to their page, you'll be able to tell because there's a kind of an artistic flair. It's very artsy, okay? It's almost what they call avant-garde. It's a little weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very creative. You can tell that they put a lot into their art. Right, ladies? And so you want to find people who know fashion because it's in them. They naturally get it. They know how to put pieces together and they speak to you. These styles, these looks they put together, they speak to you. Follow those people. Right, ladies? When you talk about following people who may be like in the home decor space, don't just look at people who just generally have nice places, but you'd be like, I would never decorate my home like that though. No, follow the people who speak to you, who decorate their home in such a way where you're like, oh, that is beautiful. And that's exactly the kind of flair I'm trying to add to my home. Right, ladies? Start to follow the people who have real taste, okay? And here's the thing. The artsy people and all that kind of stuff, I'm sorry to say, art is just not as valued as it should be. So these creatives and these artsy people, they probably not going to have millions of followers, ladies. A lot of these people are going to be kind of underground. You're going to run across their page. You're going to be like, why don't they have more people? That's just the world we live in, okay? A lot of times the people with the true taste and the true style, the true talent, they're not being seen like that. So you're going to have to search and genuinely find people who are actually doing these things in real life and not just trying to sell you a product for some income. Okay, ladies? Find those ladies that travel in real life, okay, so that you can start to get ideas from them. Nice vacation spots, nice areas where you can go and relax in a luxurious area, nice destination areas, okay, ladies? Find women that are actually living a luxury lifestyle. Find those women. Those women, they not going to tend to be trying to sell you anything. They're going to give you little glimpses of their luxury lifestyle, but they're not going to be trying to sell you anything because they already have the money. They don't have to sell you anything. Right, ladies? Start to follow those kind of women. Start to look at the brands that they choose. Start to look at how they mix high and low brands, how they mix high-end luxury items with something that you would think is high-end and you find out it's thrifted. Right, ladies? Don't skip how they pay attention to the details. Okay? It's not about copying them exactly. It's not about going back and doing exactly what they do. It's about learning how taste works. It's about learning, kind of identifying what it's like to be thoughtful in your taste, because these people tend to be thoughtful. It's about seeing thoughtful taste and starting to identify with it yourself so that you can start to do it, because you want to learn from tastemakers because your goal is to be a tastemaker. And number 6, I want you to start to kind of create, I want to say routines, habits. I kind of want you to start to create these small habits based off of your taste. Right, ladies? So, say for instance, you have gotten into wines and all of that. I want you to start ordering wines, but don't just order a bunch of random wines. No, actually know the different notes in the wine that you like and order those wines. Okay? You should actually know why you like it. Do you get what I'm saying, ladies? You should actually know the notes in it as to why you like it. That's how detailed I want you to get. Say you're into candles or, just home decor or whatever. If you're looking for candles, I want you to try different candle scents and start to identify the notes in those candles that really speak to you, so that when you do go out, you can just look at the notes on the candle and know whether or not you're going to like it. I want you to know what you like to that extent. Okay, ladies, what notes speak to you? What notes feel homey to where you can look at that candle, say, this one is going to work, and buy it. Right, ladies? I want you to know your style. Very, very detailed. Okay? When it comes to outfits, I want you to have tried on and tested looks so much that you know what flatters you. You know that it's going to work before you even take it off the hanger. Right, ladies? I want you to be able to spot it a mile away and say, no, I need to go over there and get that because that is going to work. That's me. Right, ladies? I need you to know your style, know yourself. Because here's the thing about curating. Curating is so fun because it's not a one-time thing. Curating keeps happening, okay? Curating is the process of like putting together things that speak to you. And the only way you can do that is if you're so detailed about what you like that once you see it, it's no question of whether or not it's you or not. Right, ladies? Because once you know yourself to that point, the curation process is so fun because you know you so well that you can identify things that fit you and you can start to build a collection, a lifestyle full of those things. Right, ladies? And that's when it starts getting juicy. And lastly, ladies, number 7, I'm going to need you to trust your eye. Okay, that's the thing about tastemakers. Even if it's not trendy, even if it's not in and what everybody is wearing, they don't care. They're going to wear it or do it anyway. And then what you'll find is other people will catch on and start trying to do it. Right, ladies? So I need you to trust your eye because it's resonating with you for a reason. Okay, so if it speaks to you, if it's your style, if it's something you want, if it fits you, it's something you should wear. It's something you should do. It's something you should experience, whether it's in or not, because that's actually in real life how you build timeless, authentic taste. Okay. So what I want you to kind of get in all of this is the women who have real taste, the women who have real style, the ones who are actually like tastemakers, they not just like following trends that a bunch of influencers are doing. They're not just following the wave of what the internet is telling everybody to do and looking the same. No, these women have refined their own taste. Right, ladies? They have refined their own taste. And when you see them, you can tell that they're not following just all the latest trends. You can tell that they have a very distinct taste and they live by it, right? And something about that is so magnetic because you can't help but wonder, what all did she do? How much learning of herself did she do to develop such a distinct taste? And how do I do it? Right, ladies? And so hopefully all of this made sense. Hopefully it was very inspiring to you to let you know, like, listen, I know about all the influence and all this kind of stuff, whatever, but there is a very distinct taste that you have and you have not explored yourself enough. Okay, ladies, what do they say? Know thyself. Get into the things that you really like so you can start to curate a lifestyle built on those things, filled with those things. Okay, and that's going to be a lifestyle you really, really love. And that's going to be a very curated, very defined, very distinct, very beautiful sense of taste and sense of style. So, hopefully you ladies enjoyed this video. I am so glad y'all tuned in for another episode of Get 'em Girl. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know how you like this video. And if there are any others that you want me to talk about, if there are any other topics, let me know that. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.